Colt Creek State Park, 1 mile. I'm going to go ahead into Colt Creek State Park, probably have a snack or maybe even lunch, and then I'm going to come back to Little Gator Creek, which is coming up on your left up here. Not very far before we get to the entrance to Colt Creek. Matter of fact, you can't see it, but right to my left now is a sign for Little Gator. There's the parking area you just passed, and then here's Colt Creek State Park. So like I say, it's only about a block south of the entrance to Colt Creek State Park. And there's the sign, Colt Creek State Park. Open from 8 a.m. Almost all state parks open at 8 and close at sunset, basically. Actually, I want to slow down here a minute because it's getting kind of crazy in Florida again. I'm going to put my mask on. There we go. And I have a annual pass for Florida State Parks, so I don't need to pay anything. I just need to fill in my card.
Hello.
Hey there, how you doing today?
Oh, perfect.
So anyhow, I will get back to you in a little bit if I find anything. As you can see there, I've got the 200 to 600 today. I'm going to give it a shot here. Last time I was shot with the 100 to 400. And on some of the pictures, I just couldn't get the reach I needed to get. So I ended up having to process them, and I cropped them as much as I could to kind of keep them at least halfway decent resolution. They're not great, but anyway, it's a beautiful place, but as far as birds go, it's kind of iffy. I haven't seen but a few birds. There is a kestrel that's always out here, and I have not gotten a decent picture of him yet. I can't get close to him. That's kind of why I did the 200 to 600 today. Maybe I can get a little bit closer to him, even if I have to go to 200 to 600 and go APS-C to give me 900. So anyway, I don't know if you can kind of turn around here. You can kind of see the blue in the sky, but it's still coming and going. I think it's going to be beautiful later today, but it's not going to be for a little while yet, I think. Well, it's going to be sunny. It was sunny just a second ago, and it'll be sunny again. It's just it's supposed to clear up this afternoon and be full sun. So tomorrow is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. I tell you, when I first got here, I just had I've got a t-shirt on and one of my UPF 50 shirts on, and I'll tell you, I had to put my heavy vest on, which you can see, my camouflage vest, and I was still cold, and if you can see, I've got gloves on. Don't think they're going to last too long. When that sun gets out from under the clouds, it'll warm things up a little bit, but it's like 59 degrees, and I'm out of the wind right here. I'm in the trees. But if you get out there and where I was a little while ago, it's kind of nasty out there. It's 59, but I think if the wind chill factor is probably in the low 50s because it's a pretty good breeze. So I'm thinking, I hope that will calm down this afternoon and we'll have a good day. Like I said, we're at Colt Creek right now, but we're headed for Little Gator Creek if all goes well, and we'll check that out later today. Catch up with you later. Well, we're kind of headed back out of Colt Creek for a while. We'll probably be back later this afternoon. But we're going to go up and check out Little Gator Creek and see what's there. I was told there was a resident Wood Stork colony there, but I don't know whether that's really true or not. I hope it is. We're coming up to the exit here to the park. I'm probably going to come back this afternoon, and right now I'm going to get over here because I got somebody right on my rear end, and I always hate that. Get out of here. Get out of my way. Mainly because I've got to go left up here and it may take me a minute. Depends on how bad the traffic is. It's usually not too bad here, but you never know. Motorcycle guy, I guess, trying to find his way. He's hanging on his phone, so I guess he's trying to figure out where he's going. I'm going to wait. I just walked through some Caesar weed. Apparently I got some Caesar weed on me. Yeah, I got about 3 more cars to come by, and then I got a straight shot at it. Looks like there's somebody up here. I can see it from here. That's why I've only got to go a short distance and then turn. And I hate to pull out of traffic going 60 miles an hour and then all of a sudden turn, slam on my, slam on my brakes, split on my turn signal and turn. So, as you can see, can't hear because I got the window down, but as you can see, I'm heading back up here. Pretty good. You okay to park in here to go back and take the trail?
So you can park right here?
No, I was going to park in there if you can get.
No, so we're supposed to have a gate here. Somebody stole our gate. So that's
somebody stole your gate?
They stole our
Oh
gate.
my God.
we're actually putting it in right now. But yeah, you're welcome to park out here. You can park back there.
Okay. So yeah, over here somewhere out of your way?
Yeah, as long as you're not blocking the road here, yeah, you should be good.
No problem.
Awesome. Thanks, sir.
Thanks. Well, I tried to go to, and I should have probably taken this on video, but I didn't think I was going to run into it. I tried to go to Little Gator Creek, and it is there, but I was going to go try and find the Wood Stork colony I was told was there. And there were 2 guys that were actually working there. Come to find out, somebody stole their gate last night. I mean, came up and stole the whole gate. It's a big metal gate. So anyway, they were putting a new gate back in to close it down so people can't get back there. And he said it was about a 3-mile road that went back in there, but he said that basically, I guess the FWC, Florida Wildlife, had shut it down and you could not get to it even close enough to take pictures. So for that reason, I decided to come back to Colt Creek, and there's one pond that I have not explored yet, so I am going to go explore that and see what there is there, and I'll take you along. If I see anything interesting, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Well, if you remember my last video where I was walking through the water, well, guess what? Remember that trail I was on and I didn't quite get to the end of? Well, guess what this is? This is the other end of that same trail. Like I said, if you kind of look back over here, I'm not going too fast here, this is the other entrance. There's a pond off behind the trees over there, And this is the trail that goes straight ahead with that post and where the Phoebe's actually sitting on it. That's the trail that goes back to the visitor, not the visitor center, but the restroom area and the big pavilions and the dock on Mack Lake. And like I said last time, this is, can't see it, I can hold it up as high as I can, but that still can only see part of it. That's Mack Lake. That's the other end of Mack Lake. So, I'm trying to see what's down here. I have seen a few little birds, but unfortunately they won't get out of the tree and get to where I can actually get a picture of them. You could see them and identify them, so birders would be happy, but not so much with me. But again, like I said, it's rubber boot time. So let's pick up the tripod and carefully, because there is water right ahead of me here. And the last thing I want to do is trip and fall or get myself stuck somewhere and fall over with this camera and have this camera end up in this mud. I'm just going to go a little ways back here and see if I can find anything else. So, and I'm going to have to be quiet if I'm going to find anything. If I talk very loud, they're going to be gone. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a maple tree back there with really red leaves on it. That's unusual for Florida, and it's really pretty. So let me put this tripod down in the water here. Since I happen to be in the water, hope it'll stay, and I will get back to you in a bit. This is a trail that goes to the other two ponds. As you can see right there, there's one of the ponds. Mack Lake is to my right. If you kind of look down here, you can see Redbird there, and just beyond Redbird's a road that goes to the right that goes to Mack Lake, and that's where I explored with my boots walking through the mud and the water. I have not explored, I have been here before, but I have not been to the third pond, which is beyond this one. It's just down this road. So we're headed for that. It's actually, this is the second largest pond, and this next one is going to be the smallest of the three. And except for the creeks, that's pretty much all that they have here at Colt Creek as far as water goes, is these three ponds. Kind of went from being out in the sun to being a path through the forest here, which is pretty. By the way, I mentioned the fact that I'd gone to the road. I did a video about going to the road. Well, I had some issues with the road. I lost a bunch of audio, and that was totally my fault because I should have checked to make sure there was audio on there when I started recording. But I couldn't figure out why this was happening. You know, why is the transmitter dying? You know, and it wasn't a matter of just having it turn off, it was just out of battery. So I ended up thinking about it a little bit and happened to think, well, you know, I'm using a lapel mic with this. I'm not using not using the mic in the road. You know, the wireless go. And I didn't think about it, but that mic requires power. And it is a Rode mic. It's a Rode lavalier microphone that goes with one of my other larger wireless mics. And I think the battery is being drained by the lapel mic. So to fix that problem, I have a small power bank. And I have taken that small power bank and plugged it in to the wireless Go transmitter to give me additional power. So now, hopefully, it should last all day and then some. Because the battery I've got attached to it is way bigger than the whole, about 2 or 3 times as big as the transmitter. So, and it doesn't pay that much. It's pretty compact. It all fits in my pocket. So today's my first time out with it, so we'll see how it goes. Get back to you in a bit. I came around the corner and there's the pond ahead of me. Looks like a nice pond. Apparently it's not as big as the other one according to the map and the information that I have. It's the smallest of the 3, but it looks like a nice one. All of the ponds here are surrounded by cattails. There's cattails on all sides, except maybe right ahead of me there's a little gap, so we'll have to see what that's all about when we get there. Maybe they've mowed them or something. But looks like a nice little pond. Of course, for you it looks like it's 10 miles away, but I'm about 100 yards from it. Still got my boots on. Fortunately, these boots fit well and they're very comfortable. See something sparkling on the other side, but I think it's a weed. It's not a bird or something with water on his wings. Wait a minute, wait a minute. This is not actually the third pond. This is Mack Lake. Goes there, up there, it's the restrooms and an indoor pavilion with screened in room. So I gotta go back and look at my trails again, because I've come out back to the road. This road right here is in the middle of where I was. I was way down there at the other end, around the corner. And so I have taken a wrong path. I need to look at the map. Have to get my old trails out. So let me put this thing down. Well, that lens is heavier than the other one. And I will get back to you in a little bit when I figure out where I am. I'm not lost, I just don't know where the other pond is. Well, I looked at all trails and I made a miscalculation, obviously. So I'm going back the same way I came. And I found out when I make where I actually took the trail around the other pond, I need to take it again, and then there's a trail past where I went the last time that takes off to the third pond. So we're gonna find this thing one way or another. So I will get back to you in a bit. Well, let me turn around here. I'm kind of back to the pond, and kind of right there, I should have gone right, which I have done. I've been around this whole pond and ended up by that building over there, which is a road that goes back to where Redbird is parked. So let's go down this way. That's what happens sometimes when you assume things and don't double check them. I mean, there's nothing going to happen. I mean, I'm not going to get lost as I'm still on a trail. I just happen to be on a wrong trail. Well, at least not the trail that leads to the third pond. I don't know if it was the wrong trail. It was a nice trail. Well, here's where I exited last time. I kind of walked through the water, which wasn't quite as high as it is today. Went up by those trees and up towards the buildings up there, and that's high ground up there. However, there's not even a trail going this way, but according to the map, the pond is down that way. So let's go see if we can find it. Now we're back to needing boots again because we're walking in water. And I guess we'll find out how good the lavalier dead cat is, because it is windier than heck out here once I got out in the open. I guess there is kind of a trail here. It's so wet, it has not been mowed in ages, so we're walking through weeds. But I do see signs of some kind of tracks for a while. So anyway, we'll go here and see what we got. I see our tire tracks here, so obviously right there. So apparently there was a trail here at one time. It's just not very obvious now. And I think ahead of me I see cattails, it looks like way up there. Could just be tall grass, can't tell from here. So we'll have to get up there and see. Well, a few little tiny small flowers out. Well, I may have taken a shortcut here, because it looks like there's a trail up here higher. But something's been through here too. All that grass looks pretty with all that, the bloom sparkling. As a matter of fact, I might just stop this here and take a picture of that. Well, as you can see from the building over there, it wasn't very far, and actually I took a shortcut to get back to the path. The path was high and dry. It wasn't to get around the pond, but it was to get to the trail behind me. And I'll show you that in a bit. But here's the lake, or pond. It's actually big enough to be a small lake, but it's part of a pond. Mack Lake is big enough to be a lake, obviously. But these are ponds. Okay. Okay, let's get back here. I came out to the edge so I could get some pictures. I had to kind of watch where I'm going here because I could trip over one of these. These things are grass and fall on my butt with all this gear on me. That would not be good. And I'll kind of be shooting towards the sun, but there's a trail that way that goes on around. Now I think it actually may go back to the road. I don't know for sure. I'm gonna walk down there and kind of see. And there's my tripod and big rig. So let me kind of pick up the tripod and walk down the other direction, and we'll see if this really goes anywhere. Looks like it might go all the way around the pond to the road. Just lengthen my way back, but what the heck. I'm old, but I ain't that old yet. Probably next year, but time is flying. But I'm going to enjoy it as long as I can. It's kind of a little better view of this end of the pond. It's really pretty. All the lily pads out there. When those start blooming, this will be a good place to kind of come and get some lily flowers, or lotus. I don't know whether that can be either one. They both have lily pads. And I probably should know to be able to spot the difference. There is a Phoebe on that post in front of me. And I know it looks like a long ways from the GoPro, but that post is about 15 feet away, and he's just sitting there. But I'm gonna have to back up a little bit because he's too close to even focus on with the 200 to 600. So, let me put this down, see if he'll stay there. Okay, I'll get back to you later. Now here's another view of this pond here. I go a little bit to the right there, and then we can pan back to the left, and it kind of is behind all the cattails there. The funny thing about this is to get to here, I'm standing in ankle deep water. As you can see my shadow, it's getting low. And right behind me is a bench that's almost in the water. I'm still in the water, still in the water. It is just barely out of the water. So I don't know what it is about building benches in the water here, but they seem to do a little bit of that. Maybe the water level's gone up, which is unusual for Florida. And there's a path. There's not much of a path, but I think I'm gonna take it anyway that goes that way. So we're gonna take that and see if we can get around the pond, because on the other side's the road, and from there I can walk back to Redbird. So let's take it with me for a bit. This is not exactly a trail, but looks like they may have driven something down here at one point. Missed the gigantic anthill. They have some gigantic anthills out here, as you've seen in one of my other videos. So I will probably be doing several more videos here. It's just a beautiful place to come. You know, it's kind of the thing, if you don't even find any birds, you still enjoy it. It's just a very cool place to come. It's not crowded, unfortunately. At least this time of year. I don't know about in the summertime. I haven't visited here when it was really hot. I know this is not really, this is kind of a primitive trail. I think it's actually a spot where the tractor head, you know, went down through here and with a bush hog and cut the grass. So it's not really a trail. But it goes around the pond, so close enough. As long as I don't trip on something, I'll be good. Actually, I might try going up a little bit higher, because I think there is a trail out here. I'm just taking shortcuts all over the place. There's the actual trail right here. After you go through all that, and here you go. This one hadn't been mowed in a while, but better than the other one. I'm hoping I don't come out from around this thing and find out this thing is 5 miles from the road. It's kind of a really wetland area. There's not water back there now at the moment. We're kind of on a berm here, as you can see from everything here. That's going to be kind of dark out there, I think. Oh, I think I've talked myself into a long walk, which isn't so bad with the A7R3 and the A7R4 with the smaller lens on it. But the 200-600 kind of weighs a bit. I'm just wondering if I can go through that mess over there. I think I'm going to try, because that trail goes way up there, the way opposite direction of the way I need to go. So let's go boondocking here, so to speak. Not the official term for boondocking, I guess, but we're going to try it and see. Sometimes you just have to blaze your own trail. Good thing they have a tractor out here. It's our John Deere, and it's huge. The front tires look like the rear tires, are bigger than the rear tires on most farm tractors, except for the ones out in the Midwest, which are huge, air conditioned and all that. I think this one's actually got a cabin on it that's air conditioned. So, well, at least we're going the right direction. So, as long as I don't run into a barrier here somewhere, I'll be good. I'm going to go over here to this trail. It looks like it might be a little bit better. Now, I don't want to bore you with all this, but I'll get back to the car or get back somewhere where I got something interesting to shoot, and I'll get back to you. Well, I'm almost back. Did scare up a killdeer. Oh, there were no nests out there. This has been bush hogged not too long ago. It started to sprout back out, but not too old. And here's the area that's been prepped for grass and has grass in it, where the equestrian area is. They bring their trucks and trailers in here for the equestrians. Well, a picnic table, that's a nice thing to know. I didn't remember that was there. Although you can't see it from the road, I guess I just didn't notice it. And here we are, back to the end of that third pond. Well, I got a long ways to go to hike back, so if you look way over there on the horizon, below the trees, past these front trees and the fence there, you'll see the water for the middle pond. So, and redbird's the other side of that. So I'll catch you later. It's one time they had a garden out here. It's kind of in poor condition now, but there's some flowers here. There's like blanket flowers right there. Probably not gonna be able to get too close to me. There's still windy out here. There's like a little daisy-like flower back there. There's other things growing in here. Obviously, actually I can maybe want to get in the way of that, but probably not. There's some different daisy types. Here's a third variety over here. Then there's a butterfly back on that one back there. Bill fritillary. There's some small flowers here. And what does it say they are? Get out there. Well, I can't do that. There you go. Glandularia maritime. Okay, I'll take their word for it. They're still taking care of it because that one back there has been pruned, so somebody's still taking care of it. Some little pretty flowers right there. It goes way back there, some daisy flowers back there, some more here. And they've even got, as you can see, they've even got their own sprinkler system, so they water it. That's an oak tree. There's some more back there, and there's some more right there. I might shut this thing off for a while and maybe take a couple of flower pictures here. They're native flowers, but they obviously have been planted, but you can see them in the wild as well. So, anyway, I'm going to turn this off for now because if you look, you can't see. You have to go around the corner before you can see Redbird. But Redbird's just around the corner down there. So I'm not too far from the car. Let me take a couple of pictures here, see how they work. I'm going to take them handheld, so we'll see how that goes. Talk to you in a bit. Well, as I told you, I was having trouble with the road, but I have fixed the problem. I'm still using it right now. It's this microphone I have right there. And let me kind of get this strap out of the way. And I'll show you what I did. There's going to be some rustling here as I get this out, I'm sure. This is kind of it. This is a little power bank. That kind of fits in my pocket. This is a USB A to C, which is how you charge it. This is the microphone plugged in here, and then USB is plugged in here. So basically, it's not the battery in this that has to last all day. It's the battery and the charge in this has to last all day. So just thought I'd kind of show you what I was doing, and if you have one of these, the Wireless Go, then it should work well. So far it has run all day long. I turned it off once briefly and that was it, and I turned it back on and it's been on ever since. It's died way before this every day. I got here about I guess a little after 10. It's now 4:14 in the afternoon. It's only, the sun is getting low, it's getting ready to go behind the trees. It's beautiful out here, so I thought I'd just take the end of the day here to show you what I had done, and if you want to do it, this is the key to it. This is a little pocket juice. It's a, somebody gave it to me or something. I got it when I was working. So anyway, it works fine. You can use a smaller one than this, I'm sure, because the battery in this is not going to be very big. So this is way bigger, so this should last you for days. I'll kind of find out how much of a charge this takes, and it may not take that much. But anyway, this is what worked. Catch you later. If you look out there on the horizon, you can see all the ibis. I got some pictures of them in the top of these cypress trees over here, but something spooked them. And here they all come. And now they're all going to come back and land in the trees again. Very interesting. Well, that's kind of a perfect end here, I think. You come flying in there. That was kind of cool. I was getting ready to start making the closing video, so, and I was saying that well, that'll about do it, but I guess I had to get that first, so that will about do it for this video. I'm glad you came along with us. We're at Colt Creek State Park. Glad you joined me for the trip today. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I post a new video, hit the bell button. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.